Alrighty. Today I'm going to demonstrate how I clean a stall. I have a pitchfork. It's old and shitty. It's got twine holding or like creating a space so that poop doesn't fall through, broken tines. But I really like this fork, so that's what I'm using. So my first step is I remove the hay. This is how I do an average clean. This is me just doing my average clean and prep. So first I remove the hay. Once I get that hay kind of scooped up, I find the pea spots. If you know your horse, you know where they are. If you don't, just kind of sift around or like scrape the top and look for wet spots. I know Al likes to put his right kind of in the middle here. So that's where we're gonna be. So then once I get the pea spot out, I start sifting the shavings. And then I do this until I have like a cone, and you'll see. I guess I could take this time to talk about yoga. So I was talking about limits earlier. And, you know, now I want to talk about conditioning a little bit. So I do this every day pretty much. There's some days that I do either my lazy clean or I just kind of fluff up the stall, but don't really clean it out. Because I'm only one person and doing this job 7 days a week is hard and exhausting. And so it's really important to condition. And I don't always mean, like I said, I don't go work out after I do stalls. And I do my therapeutic work so that I can stay functional. But what I do also is make sure that whenever I pay attention to how I'm holding myself when I'm cleaning. So I try to, I probably look horrible right now because I'm still working on some habits. But for example, I try not to slump forward and do a lot of this, a little like diving forward like that. And when I scrape like I was doing, because that takes a lot of like, it's a weird kind of action in your arms. And it, if I'm not careful, I can throw my back out and my shoulders out doing that. So I try to make sure my shoulders stay in their sockets, like kind of back when I'm pushing. And I make sure my core is nice and braced when I pull, so I don't like use my back and my hips to pull. I just am like I use mostly my arms and shoulders is what I do. And so things like that, I can create awareness in my yoga practice for by working with my arms and shoulders and isolating those muscles and working with my core and making sure that's strong and stable. And I don't have to do a whole like hour-long workout to do that. Part of the yoga practice is just creating awareness. And then I do also strengthen and stabilize my hips, my legs, my core, my arms. But in yoga, creating that awareness so that we can use our body more efficiently so we don't have to strain it, so we have more energy. I mean, the philosophy of yoga is putting energy towards enlightenment. And so if my body works more efficiently, if the work that I do in my body doesn't take all my energy out, that means I have energy left to meditate and reflect and try to, attempt to reach a spiritual platform. And so I can use my practice to inform my stalls. I can use this practice, my yoga practice, to rejuvenate, restore my arms, legs, shoulders, back, core, because that stuff does get sore and tired. I do need to do restorative stuff with it because I work it every day. If I didn't do restorative, then I wouldn't be able to sustain my functionality because I wouldn't be giving energy and rest to my muscles and my systems. And then I also condition by bringing awareness to my core, my legs, my back, my shoulders, my neck, all the parts that have to function, you know, or shouldn't be functioning as much, shouldn't be doing the work. Like my neck shouldn't really be doing any work when I sift these stalls. It's just not what's good for it. My shoulders, however, can do work, you know? So I bring my shoulders back, scoop my legs forward, kind of like warrior, but not quite because it's a little different than that. But I'm mindful of my glutes, so they're doing more work than my hips and my, like, the front of my legs. My glutes are kind of helping balance me out and strengthen me from the waist down. And then my core is holding my lower back in place so that I don't have to strain my lower back. So that's just a little bit of yoga to mix in with the horse stuff. A little equestrian yoga there. I find it important to really make sure our bodies are listened to, cared for, honored, acknowledged, because, you know, you only get this one body. And obviously this isn't something that everybody's gonna do, wants to do, can do. I mean, not everybody's out there cleaning stalls every day like I am. And not everybody can get out and clean stalls every day. But everybody who has the ability to even just watch this video has the ability to practice yoga, because you're going to use your mind, your breath, your body to create awareness in your body. Be aware of your limits. Be aware of your spots that need stability. Be aware of the places that need conditioning, and to maximize efficiency. And go from there. So I'm going to pause it here in just a second. I've created a little mound. What this does is that when I sift now, if any poops do roll off the side, they just roll down the side of the little mound onto the ground, and they're easy to pick up from here. Liz, if you're watching this video, I credit you for this method. I won't take credit for this method. However, I have found it to be very useful, and I will share it with the world. So, Liz, thanks for that. This is a good way to get majority of the poop and hay and everything out, because gravity just does the work and it falls down the side of your little mound. So I'll come back when I'm done with this stall, show you how I finished prepping. All right, so now we're at the final stage. I take my mound of shavings, spread it out. I try to have enough shavings to make my stall bedded about 3-4 inches deep and all the way across until probably about a foot or so from either wall. In this case, there's this wall, and then there's the little gate over here, or like the fence, piece of fence. And then I go get hay. First, I guess I have to let Al in. Yeah. He's a little bit antsy for that. So we'll let Alan first. All right, buddy boy. Nice clean stall for you. Here he goes. And I'll go get some hay. Enjoy Al. Then I just put the hay in his feeder, maybe fluff it up a little, make it a little easier to clean. And boom, stall's all prepped. Yeah, That's how you clean a stall. Or at least that's how I do it.